There's so many different levels to being wealthy. You ask somebody in Newport Beach, they're gonna say it's if you got a Tesla or home on the beachfront. You know, you ask different people and they're gonna have different opinions. That was one of the neighbors in the motel I'm staying in. I'm always nice to him. He just honked at me. That was really nice. I was just feeling really wealthy because I have my connection to God. I have my desire to serve and love and heal and grow and help. And so many people don't. So many people. I just walked past this lady. She had 2 masks on, 2 pairs of sunglasses on. She was in so much fear. I'm so wealthy in the fact that I know I'm more than just this physical body walking to the store to get a gallon of water. But I know that within this infinity of my existence, I'm expressing myself with my conscious awareness with 2 legs, 2 hands, a mouth, recording a video, limited by my hours in the day, and my limited amount of range of motion, availability to cover time and space. But I don't even have to have any belongings or monies to realize how wealthy I am. We've seen these movies where they just scream, before their death. And you couldn't take my essence, you couldn't take my beliefs, you couldn't take my desire to want to help, to want to guide and love, forgive, build with, honor, respect others, all. I feel so wealthy in so many different ways than I ever knew were even comprehensible. I'm so glad I don't desire harm to another. I'm so grateful I only desire to aid another or allow another. I'm so grateful I have the ability to distinguish when people are being authentic or inauthentic, or when I'm emotionally imbalanced and I might be, more harmful than harmonious. It's really amazing to be living in a motel for so many years. I was living in a motel years ago, and then I worked for Lyft. And then while I was driving someone, they hired me on the spot to be a live-in caregiver. So I lived there, but it was different than having your own house, because I had to keep the job, keep the house, because I had a dog and didn't have any other options. And there was so much imbalance within that business. I had to make up for it, by adding much more compassion, just even spending time, with these elderly dementia patients. All of the other nurses and caregivers at the facilities I was at, they were just on the clock for a certain amount of time, and might as well have been the Gap folding t-shirts as far as the energetic resonance they had with these people. Several times I would lose it and say, is this how you would treat your grandparents? Is this how you would allow another to treat your grandparents? So I had to stay and be the love and the light that wasn't there. It was so painful, and I knew I was only doing it to keep the roof over my head, and that didn't last long, a year. And And a friend of mine said he wanted to help me, which was a repeated pattern that had happened once before. And same thing had happened before, just with the ghosting of the emotional connection. Once the anchoring in, of the rhythm was there. So bounce back and jump into these hotels. It's crazy. The limited amount of interaction I have with people, physical, emotional, even just on the phone. It's such a blessing to talk to a couple people that I do. I feel so wealthy, not as a human in this now, but as a human, knowing that I'm much more than a human, and that this too shall pass, and the world will see the heavy mind control that's been happening. The ignorance and the stupidity needs to stop. We need to acknowledge we've been lied to our whole lives about everything. And a lot of us know how to heal. The body will regenerate once it gets to a certain point. A lot of us know how to get parts and pieces to those certain points. We all work together and Voltron up. We're gonna do this. I literally know that what's happening is a thing called ascension. I know that because I had an awakening, a download, a shift of consciousness, a braiding of my higher self, an ego death. Something happened to me in 2015. I remember ascending before. The whole planet knew it was going to happen. The whole planet prepared our whole lives for it to happen. We prepared the land, in each other. We worked with the animals. This is the craziest way to ascend that has ever been experienced in this galaxy. We're ascending out of complete and total ignorance that we're even ascending. And there's few of us, several of us, there's so many of us. I get stuck in that pattern of saying, there's few, there's a many, there's a multitude. Lots of us know what's happening, to a degree. To a degree, nobody knows what the fuck's happening. But there's many people that realize what's needed. And it seems like those of us are the ones that are lacking in the financial support. It's just another test. I've been saying the same shit, doing the same thing for 5 years. I've always had what I needed. Tara's always had the highest grade, healthiest, best food that she's loved. This whole time, I've always had exactly what I needed, the best water. I love to fast, but I also love to eat quality foods, and I still can do that when my body tells me to. So, my abundance is there. I'm part of the society. I'm connected to the good, the bad, and the ugly, as we all are, through our collective conscious quantum field. I do have programs to shed, and I do feel in lack a lot. And I am lacking as far as monies go, but there's so many people that have monies and things that I desire, and they're not happy and they're not connected. They're not prepared. There's work to be done. There's many of us that want to help facilitate and organize areas of healing, energies of cooperation. I love you. Even you.